Ask yourself, what do you know about women in prison? There are plenty of myths and stereotypes, sensational media portrayals, and insensitive jokes, but what do you really know? Prisons belong to us, like schools, hospitals, and other public services. We are responsible for what happens in them, yet unless you have been there or been close to someone who has, it is likely you know very little about women in prison. This lack of information is a problem. It contributes to widespread injustice and fractured communities. It is time for us living on the outside to understand more about what happens inside women's prisons and how women survive the brutal experience of incarceration. Is it easy to hear about? No. Many of the scenarios you will encounter throughout this book are horrific and will be triggering for some. But I believe that for those who can, exposing oneself to the realities of our criminal legal system is critical. It is important to examine our own beliefs and assumptions about how the criminal legal system works, who is incarcerated, and what happens while they are inside. It is one thing to suspect our current system isn't working in the abstract. It is another to encounter stories directly from women who have lived through it. We cannot change something we are unaware of. This is true in our personal lives and equally true for social issues. Each of the women I interviewed for this discussion has had a unique path, but they all agree that the way we do justice in this country is unconscionable. As a result of hearing more of their stories, I hope you will be motivated to take practical action and join us in making change. My Time Inside, Black Mountain, North Carolina, 1987. Over 35 years ago, I talked my way into a 3-day prison stay in the Black Mountain Correctional Center for Women, a now closed minimum security facility in North Carolina. I wasn't being held there against my will, like everyone else. I was there to observe and to learn. As a social worker, a psychologist, and especially as a trauma and addiction specialist, I was there to confront the pervasive silence, the cultural void, which keeps most of us from knowing how incarcerated women lived. I wanted to understand how it was that I knew nothing about women in prison. I wanted to address their invisibility in my professional and personal life. Freedom was deeply important to me, and I felt compelled to understand what it was like to live without it.